Hi, my name is Austris. I'm going to show you how to create some beautiful photorealistic Vray materials in this video course. So this is what you should have after downloading and unzipping all the files in this course. So there are the video files, the textures folder, the material samples material library, and the theory folder. Now let's go to 3D Max and set up our gamma. So go to Customize, Preferences, Gamma and LUT. Make sure you enable the Gamma LUT correction and set the Gamma to 2.2. Okay, check these two checkboxes as well and set the input Gamma to 2.2 as well. Leave the output as 1.0. For the Gamma to work correctly, you will also need to change it to 2.2 in Vray settings. So go to Render Setup, select Vray as your renderer, and go to the Vray tab. Okay, so the Gamma setting can be found under Color Mapping. So here it is. I usually use exponential color mapping, Gamma 2.2, and enable subpixel mapping as well. Okay, so how should you use this course? Well, first thing I recommend you do is go to the theory folder and read through this material here. These are the very basics of Vray material, Vray Fast SSS2 material, and Vray blend material. You will go through the various sections like diffuse, reflect, refract, and so on, and you will learn what they do and how to control them. These are really the basics you should know before starting to create your own materials. So don't spend too much time on it, but at least just read through it. Okay, I've also included this material flow PNG image that shows you the basic thought process before creating Vray material. So first you determine if the material is simple or if it's complex. So what is a complex material? So if the surface has some areas that have differing diffuse colors, reflect glossiness, different bump, or some other features, you might want to consider using Vray blend material and breaking it up into multiple simple Vray materials. This way it will be easier to create. So you determine the first material, the second material, the third material layer, and then you go back to the beginning, decide if this first, second, and third material are simple or complex, and move on with these arrows. So for example, you've broken it up into some simple materials. So now you want to go back and decide what to do with the first material of the Vray blend. So the next question is, does it have translucency? If there is no translucency in this material, then you simply go and create a simple Vray material and go through these sections one at a time. Diffuse, reflect, refract, opacity, bump displace, and so on. Okay, if the material should have translucency, you have another two options. So if the object is flat, by that I mean if it doesn't have any reasonable thickness, for example, if it's paper, cloth, curtains, or lampshades, you might want to go with Vray two-sided material then. Vray two-sided material is a very fast way to create some translucent flat objects, like curtains, leaves, and so on. So you create a Vray two-sided material, assign a regular Vray material in the front slot, and proceed like with the regular Vray material. But now you have the option of controlling the translucency of the material. Okay, what to do if the object is not flat but it's in 3D, like a column or sculpture or statue or something like that? Then you will use the Vray Fast SSS2 material. It has some various options regarding the subsurface scattering or translucency, and it also has some regular options that are very similar to regular Vray material, like diffuse, reflect, bump, and so on. So this is just a basic guideline, something that goes on in my head before I decide how to create a certain material. After you've created many Vray materials, this process happens almost instantly in your head. So once you have read through the theory, you can start learning from the videos. So I will show you how to create some basic tileable textures in Photoshop, how to create some dirt maps that are very useful in creating Vray materials, and then we will create some real materials for plastics, glass, wood, parquet, paint, metals, fabrics, stone and leather. So I recommend you watch them in the order they are named. So start with 0.01 and end with 11. I've also included the material samples math library if you wish to study some of these materials or modify them or use them in your scenes. So you simply open up the material editor in 3D Max, press the Get Material button and open the material library. So here's the material library, open, and here are all the materials I've created in this course. So you can study them, copy them, modify them, do whatever you want. Simply drag and drop in the material editor. Okay, so thank you a lot for buying this course and I hope you will find it useful.